Hello, everyone. My name is Tomczyk. I'm a director of growth at Battlebound. We are a A16Z-backed gaming startup, and we are creating Antares, which is a fully on-chain Pokemon-inspired RPG for Web3. One sec. Yeah, OK, fine. Pokemon started, if you don't know, as a game on Game Boy back in the 90s, and now it's one of the biggest high-valued IPs in with like 9 billion of revenue, of annual revenue, but has for Pokemon forgotten its gaming roots? Well, the Pokemon target audience shows very young ages, from 6 to 12, but that was years ago. Most of those players have grown into grown-ups. They are a bit tired of getting the same kind of a formula behind Pokemon RPGs. The lack of innovation, the poor graphics, the repetitive gameplay have left players yearning for something more. Players want to see fresh new takes on the creature collecting genre. Palworlds basically proved that in Web 2, but there is an edge that Antares enters into, and that is like competitive edge that is being the first free-to-play kind of a service game online creature collecting RPG that you can play with your friends as your creatures also, but there is also a PvE component with PvP dual on-chain duels that happen entirely in Web3 and only for the Web3 users. And on the top of it, you can assign your creatures to the activities such as building, gardening, and stuff like this, just to have an edge on a casual playing the game. Antares combines the... Hold on. Oh, yeah. The Battlebound founding team has built and scaled AAA games from 0 to billions in revenue, including League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, Guild Wars 2, and many more. Our expertise spans gaming and crypto having worked on go-to-market and tokens launches on LTO, Polygon, and Heroes of Mavia. Our first Web3 game, called Evaverse, has generated close to $4 million in revenue, and we are the right team to take Pokemon into the game like Pokemon into the next level. There we go. Players explore Antares and look for Antera to collect. After collecting and leveling up your squad of creatures, you can enter dungeons with friends and battle enemies to collect rare loot. Antera can be captured by collecting them into player-crafted Terraspheres. All items in Antares include creatures, loot, actions, and achievements are publicly viewable and auditable on blockchain. Gasless transactions eliminate friction and support intent proofs infrastructure that allows the underlying Web3 architecture to produce on-chain proofs for players in-game game actions, e.g. when, for example, player catches a creature in the game and it gets minted on the blockchain instantly without him even touching the game, the blockchain, sorry. Antares uses RNG-based play-to-mint system that spontaneously rewards players with an option to mint a creature called in-game or a purchase on the marketplace. So it's not that we treat it as an NFT by default because they have caused on many occasions inflation, but rather they go into SBTs, soul-bound tokens. By default, that is somehow much more familiar for the Web2 players coming like from Riot Games, League of Legends store. You're buying a skin, it's not right away tradable. So on the other occasion, you might get a tradable NFT, and that will be like an extra on the top. In Antares, there is always more to collect, and new creatures and trainers will be released bi-monthly, and mint chances will be distributed on the bending curve, creating exciting opportunities every time new content is released. Yeah, here, let's see the minting in action. Here's a player that captures a Digby Antera, but luckily gets a rare NFT version of it. Player can view the flow of price NFT and NFT pegs that goes with it, so minting directly in-game is a no-brainer, and this screen will be also included if you're playing on the mobile or Nintendo Switch, for example, which is in our pipeline. When the mint is complete, the player will be able to use its NFT, but also on the top, in the background, you will see all the notifications that will be happening on the blockchain, the actions of those. Antares has a two-currency system. Battle is the on-chain governance token, and Gyre is a premium off-chain currency. You can acquire Battle on exchanges, and Gyre is earned in-game or obtained outside while using dynamic conversion on Antares DEX. Battle will be used for governance, staking, and annual subscription gas model, while Gyro will be used for all utility in-game elements, including crafting, evolving, breeding, and minting fees. The Antara DEX is the key to the dual token system. Players swap between currencies, frequently generating fees and creating revenue for the Battle treasury and for the LPs of the given DEX. We're about to reveal the game and launch our go-to-market campaign in Q4. The Battle listing is set for the early next year as we work towards releasing the full play-to-earn launch of Antares in 2025. We're raising 3 mil in token warrants and equity to kickstart our go-to-market, release Antares, and launch Battle token. That's it. Thank you. We can go to the questions.
First, great demo. If you're ever pitching, highly would recommend demos. Appreciate the visuals. I'm curious, so on the actual blockchain side, you have the NFTs and the in-game currency as like directly interacting with the blockchain, correct?
Yeah, so even the SBTs, like I said before, even the items that are not meant to be tradable, they will be still minted as SBTs. We will be using, well, it's kind of a, yeah, we will be using Monad for cheap and quite fast transactions. So we will be the ones that will be paying for the onboarding process. And over time, it's kind of like a carrot on a stick situation when, like imagine you're playing on that free game on mobile, like this is Antares, and after 2 hours you get pop-up like you've got the NFT, you can pay $20 for it, the market value is 50, but yeah, the 30, the difference in between is basically our cost of user acquisition of yours. But in between, there is also the in-game marketplace, kind of a gacha loot box situation that will be offering SBTs and NFTs as a randomized package, and that will be buffering the entire cost of us paying for the user acquisition this way. But it hasn't been done this way. No one ever encouraged people just to play the game, and even if you don't want to pay for that NFT for whatever reason, you still get the SBT, you still get the character that normally you would get outside of blockchain games, right? Because this is the rationale of the typical player of the game. Like, I still want my character, I'm paying for it, I've paid for it before, so yeah.
And have you chosen what tech stack you're going to build on? ETH, L2, Solana?
It's Monad. Yep.
And so, do users have to sign up with a wallet to play the game then?
No.
They don't?
They don't need to. It's an embedded wallet for the start. They can connect second one if they need to, if they want to really later. Plus, like the entire infrastructure allows us to for the game backend to communicate with the blockchain itself for the intent proofs infrastructure. So the player doesn't even need to know at first that he's interacting with the blockchain already. And only later, once he feels like, oh, okay, that fucking game is cool, I like it, then he's like, okay, fine, I will spend my 5 minutes on getting to know how to use it. Because, yeah.
What about the crafting currency? Because don't you need that to be able to, is it like the equivalent of SLP and Axie? Or?
No, we don't go into that territory. We try to stay away. In fact, our main part of the revenue will be coming from the marketplace transaction fees and the DEX fees, plus the Battle to the Gyra. In fact, you get like a Gyra is converted from Battle. So it's not like two separate currencies, but one that is highly dependable on the other, sort of like a soft staking situation, right? But for breeding only, there will be token involved, but for majority of other in-game actions, you won't in fact need that. We will be counting on you rather trading using it in the entire infrastructure that we build out that will be paying for itself.
Okay,
all right.
Thank you.